Hello, busy dads and busy people everywhere. My good friend Lee Hazard recently released a video singing the praises of the burpee movement, explaining why he and this community more broadly loves them, and he invited me to share my own thoughts, to write my own love letter to the burpee. And so that is what I would like to do in this video. There are many different ways of approaching this topic. There are so many different benefits that the burpee can bring. But I got to asking myself, is there a fundamental benefit? A benefit that underlies all of the other benefits, that unites them? What is the essence of the burpee? What is the particular form of benefit that it can bestow on a person? And that's something I think about a lot in my own life. It's clear that burpees have been a true blessing, and I often wonder exactly what it is that they give me, why it is that year in, year out I keep coming back to my burpee practice, why I can't bear to be without it. And I've started to think that the fundamental benefit of burpees traces back to the idea of discipline. Let me talk a bit about what I mean by that term. I think that all of us, and maybe this is true of the universe more broadly, have a natural state, a state that we exist in prior to disciplining ourselves. And that natural state is one of entropy, one of disintegration. If you leave a person alone in their natural state, they will do very little. They will allow their energies to disperse. They will achieve nothing. They will only think about satisfying their most immediate and short-term cravings for pleasure. And that dispersed individual in the natural state is an individual who cannot be relied upon, who cannot shoulder responsibility, because they cannot exist outside of the present, they cannot make sacrifices, and that's because they lack discipline. Discipline is a process of evolving out of that natural state into an individual worthy of respect, an individual capable of bearing burdens of responsibility. Discipline is, by its definition, a painful process, because it's always painful to leave our natural state. It's like getting out of the womb. The way we discipline ourselves is through constantly exposing ourselves to a painful practice. And gradually over time, what will happen through the process of discipline is that we will acculturate ourselves to a non-natural way of being, a cultured way of being, a way of being that emerges through our disciplined practice. My burpee practice is my disciplined practice. I keep coming back to the burpees, I keep embracing the pain, and it's so important that that pain always be there. Because in so doing, I'm continually disciplining and elevating both my mind and my body. My body gets used to handling pain, to working through it. In the process, it gets stronger, it gets fitter, it gets more capable, more agile, more vital, more strong. It becomes a virtuous body. A body that suits a human being who is capable of shouldering responsibility. But even more importantly, the mind is disciplined through burpees. In our natural state, we shun pain. But since pain is waiting for us in any meaningful endeavor, that means that in our natural state, we are ill-suited to doing worthwhile things. And if you want to live a worthwhile life, you'd better get used to pain. Burpees teach you to do that. When you elevate in your burpee practice, you learn not only to tolerate pain, but to seek it out. to embrace it, to accept it, but not just accept it, to go and meet it on its own terms. When you can do that, when you discipline and enculture your mind so that it can embrace hardship in the name of a more noble goal, then you're on the path to becoming a good man, a good human being. A human being who can make productive contributions to their community, to their family. A human being who can be relied upon, who can keep their promises, who can look themselves in the mirror and feel some genuine, hard-earned self-respect. And most fundamentally of all, that is why I do burpees, that is why I implore you to do burpees. Burpees are part of the disciplining process. They can be part of the disciplining process that elevate us to a higher state of being in which true human flourishing is possible. So that, my friends, is why I love burpees, and that is why what I owe to them is something really quite profound. Nothing as superficial as a muscle pump or a cardio boost. It goes way, way, way deeper.